Hello everyone, my name is Derek Miller. I'm the orchestra and choir teacher at Moore Middle School. Today I'm going to show you how to submit your all-county honor choir recordings for our 2017-2018 school year. The same recording that you submit for all-county can also be used for the all-state audition as well. So I encourage you to check out their website and look at their resources. Now, the first step is to actually make a recording of your student. You can use an iPad, a digital recorder, your computer, whatever device you want. But then you'll need to get that recording onto the teacher computer and convert it to an MP3. Sometimes the file types get recorded as AAC or M4A, and you can use iTunes to convert it. I believe the Allstate website has information on how to make that conversion. I'm not going to walk you through that part today. So just understand that by the time I've reached this point, I've already gone through those steps. Now this file name needs to be changed, and we're going to follow the Allstate rules. So according to Allstate, when you submit a recording, they want you to label the file with the CMEA district. Jeffco is District 2, the name of your middle school, then the last name of your student, and then the first name. So I'll go through that now. Alright. First, CMEA District 2 for Jeffco. I teach at Moore Middle School, and we're going to use Jane Doe. So last name first, and first name, Jane Doe. Notice that I leave the .mp3. If I took that file type off, it might not be accepted by Allstate, and we're just trying to use the same rules that they do so that everything's consistent. Okay, now I have my student's recording on my computer and labeled properly. Let's look at how to submit it for all county. Now, a couple important things. When you submit this file, my intention is that the teacher and the student are sitting at the teacher's computer together. You've already recorded, but now you're registering and actually auditioning. First thing is come up over here to the right-hand corner, click on it, make sure that the teacher is signed into their Google account. So if I'm working with Jane Doe as my student, I don't want to see her information right here. I want to see my information as the teacher, Derek Miller, with specifically my Jeffco account, not a separate Gmail account. Now next, you can go to Schoology's login page, which is jeffco.schoology.com. Now right here, this is different. We are logged into my Google account as the teacher. Right here, you want the student to sign into Schoology, not the teacher. So I would have Jane Doe type in her student number, whatever that might be, and her password and log in. For this tutorial though, I'll need to use my account. Okay, just to recap. We should be in the student's Schoology account, but in the teacher's Google account. The reason this is important is because it helps keep all of our recordings secure. We don't want the students to be able to access their recordings after they've been submitted. If that happens, then it opens up the possibility for them to share any sight reading or recall portions of the audition that are supposed to remain confidential. Once your student signed into Schoology, you're going to come up here and go to Courses, and then click Join. Teachers will already be enrolled in this course. I'm going to enroll you manually, but the students will be enrolling here. The course code to join is 94FMZMMT68. This code is not case sensitive, and I think that this little dash in the middle is optional. So you have your student type in that code and then hit join. That should bring them straight to the all-county middle school choir Schoology page. And you'll see here we have a link to the website. We have a link to the all-state practice materials and resources. And then right here we have a demo audition. We'll be going through this one today. However, for the actual audition, you see I have a folder here that's not published yet. If I click into that, you can see that I have a separate audition for each voice part. So you'll have your student just select the appropriate voice part for what they're auditioning on. Alright, let's go into the demo audition. 3 steps. There are directions for the teacher, then directions for the student, and then directions for the teacher and student together. So first, teacher, record the student's audition. That's what I started this video describing. Convert to an MP3, like I said, and here's that file format that I use as my demonstration. Again, do not give students access to their own recording. We need to keep things confidential. Next, students log into their Schoology course. And then finally, third, the teacher must be logged into their Jeffco Access account. Again, that's what we checked when we looked up here. Okay, we've done the recording, we've logged in and joined the Schoology course, and we are ready to submit. So we're going to go to this link here, registration and audition file upload. Now this is why I need the teacher signed in to their Google account and not the student. We're using a Google form in order to submit the student's registration and their file upload, but whoever is signed into Google at the time of that submission will also receive a copy of that recording into their Google Drive. So if a student were signed into Google when you did this process, they would receive a copy of their recording directly into their drive. Instead, we want the teachers to receive that. So by putting the link here in a Google Doc that I will share with the teachers, it's just one more stopgap to keep those materials secure and confidential. So stop, make sure you're signed in. I can't emphasize that enough. And then we click on this link, which takes us to a Google form. Very first thing on the form is the all-county mission statement and eligibility. Make sure you go over that with your student. If your student drops out of choir before all-county, they are forfeiting their eligibility to participate. It's a pretty uncomfortable conversation to have. It's better if they know that up front. And there are a few other guidelines that I suggest you read. Go through that with your student and then acknowledge that you did read those materials. Okay. Jane Doe is our student who is auditioning. We'll say she's an 8th grader and a soprano 1. We'll use my school, Moore Middle School, as an example. If your school is not listed, if I made a mistake, there is an option to come down here to the other section. Go ahead and write in as appropriate. And we'll say that she wears a medium and she wants meat on her meal on the day of rehearsals. Okay, now this is what is new from last year. We have this upload audition recording. So remember, we recorded our audition, we labeled the file name, we know which folder it's in on our computer. Now we're going to access it. So add file, select files from your computer, or you might have files in your Google Drive, that's up to you. And there it is. So I'll click on it, open. Now it's still not submitted. You have to come down here to the corner and hit upload. And then follow the progress bar until it's finished. Okay. Before you hit submit, make sure that you can see right here that it uploaded properly. It should have this icon to indicate that it is an audio file. If it is missing that, you might have made a mistake when you converted the file. If we don't see this icon, then the judges won't be able to hear it, this little speaker with the sound waves coming out. Alright, we've completed our registration form. We've uploaded our file. We'll go ahead and submit. Alright, if you have more than one student who is auditioning, at this point what you can do is take these two tabs that have opened, close them out, go back to Schoology, and remember you should be signed into the student's account here. So to submit a different student's recording, you need to sign out, and then you can come back to this login bar here. And we just finished Jane Doe. Right now we're going to have John Doe log in and go through the same process. I think that's a lot more straightforward than last year. What's nice about the way we're doing it this year is that everyone can make their recordings in advance, and the file that they're using can be used for all county and for all state as well. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me. My email, I'll just type it right here in the bar so you can see it, is derek.miller@jeffco.k12.co.us. I can be pretty responsive to answer your questions. I strongly encourage that you go through this demo before you try to attempt it with students. If you have any trouble accessing any of the materials, especially the Google materials, that's probably because I might have forgotten to add your teacher account to it. Just shoot me a quick email and I'll get you added right away. That's why it's important to practice as well. If you get to the day before the deadline and you run into a problem like that, I can't guarantee that I'll be able to fix it in time. So again, email me if you have any questions. I believe Peggy Bryson is also available to answer questions, and good luck to everybody.